kids, welcome to Official Storytime with Miss Anna. Today we're going to be reading Room for Everyone, written by Naz Khan, illustrations by Merced Lopez. Let's see what the book is all about. The Dala Dala rumbled and roared, and Musa and Dada were off to the shore to feast on fish at a Friday bazaar by the blue crystal waters of Zanzibar. Soon after zooming past Zuleika Street, they saw one old man and his bike with no seat. So the driver Honk pulled to the side and asked, "Dear brother, do you need a ride? It's hotter than peppers out there in the sun. Come in, there's room for everyone." Budada said, "Massa, I don't think there is enough room for that man and that cycle of his." "Don't worry, Massa, there's space galore. If you move just a bit, we can make room for more." So in came the man with his sweaty old feet and his bike with no bell and no light and no seat. And after some wiggles and giggles and fun, they made enough room for everyone. Next, they passed the Bangala boats, and a herder appeared with two little goats. So the Dala pulled to the side, and the driver yelled, "Do you need a ride? It's hotter than peppers out there in the sun. Come in, there's room for everyone." "Udada," asked Musa, "can there be really enough room for a cycle, two goats and me?" "Of course there is. If we squeeze a bit, we'll make enough room for us all to fit." And though the seating arrangement was tight, Musa could see that Dada was right. After a shuffle, a squirm, and a squeeze, they found a small space beside Dada's knees. Onward they went, with a honk and a toot, till vendors appeared with 3 baskets of fruit. So they pulled to the side, and as you can guess, Musa cried out and began to protest. "Mangoes and melons and parashishi, we don't have the space, please. Listen to me." But up came the baskets of tropical fruits, and down dripped the juices on ankles and boots. Everyone wiggled and giggled galore, till somehow they carved out a space on the floor. Onward they pottered past palms and sails, till a farmer appeared with 4 shiny pails, filled with milk all the way to the top. So the Dalalala came to a stop. "We can't, we mustn't, I do not see where he could possibly sit," Musa cried in despair. But the passengers wiggled, and somewhere, somehow, they made space for the farmer and milk from his cow. The Dala drove past some farms, till they saw 5 mamas with fish in their arms. So the conda stuck his head outside, yelling, "Sisters, hello, do you need a ride?" "No," cried Musa, "this rickety bench has no room for those fish, and there's ickety stench." The passengers wiggled and squished on the floor, and made enough room for the ride to the shore. 6 minutes later, a farmer was walking with 6 stinky chickens that wouldn't stop squawking. And right there beside them were several fellas carrying 7 kitten umbrellas. "Hop in," someone shouted. "Get out of the sun. There's plenty of room for everyone." Musa resisted. "These chickens are fat, and 7 umbrellas, there's no room for that." Dada insisted. "Just open the door." So everyone wiggled and giggled galore, and eventually found enough room for more. Soon they were making a turn down the lane, where a vendor was carrying 8 sugar canes and 9 tender coconuts, fresh off the tree. What yummy, refreshing, sweet drinks this could be. The passengers shouted, "Do you need a ride?" And as you can guess, Musa worried and cried, "This is outrageous. We can't let them in. We're already smushed like sardines in a tin." But it was clearly a very tight fit. They wouldn't give up. No, they just wouldn't quit. So in came the coconuts, tender and sweet, and the sugar canes tangled between people's feet, tickling everyone's toes as they wiggled. Even Musa started to giggle. A few minutes later, they stopped for fuel, which happened to be near a diving school, where 10 divers were ready to go with suits and gear and tanks in tow, trying to get in on all the commotion so they could explore the Indian Ocean. But was there room for all their stuff? Did the Daladala have room enough? And though the Daladala was packed from top to bottom and front to back, Musa yelled out, "Come join the fun. We'll make enough room for everyone." So the swimmers with snorkels and tubes and fins wiggled and giggled and wriggled right in. Oh no! The tires were reeling and spinning and burning, the passengers sweating and twisting and turning, elbow to shoulder, beak to nose, feather to feet, udders to toes. What a sight to see, what a comical crew, stuck together like gobbly glue. They clunkety clunked like junk in a trunk, so close to a breakdown, per clunkety plunk. When suddenly, all of a sudden, they heard a screech. Abandulillah! They arrived at the beach. Out came 10 swimmers with snorkels and fins who ran to the ocean and dove right on in. Out came 9 coconuts, fresh and tender, and out came the whistling coconut vendor. Out came the 8 sticky sweet sugar canes with 7 umbrellas for sunshine and rains, 6 stinky chickens, and 5 piles of fish, 4 heavy pails full of milk so delish, 3 big old baskets of fruit for a treat, 2 little goats, and 1 bike with no seat. At last, they had finally reached the blue crystal waters of Nungwi Beach, where Musa and Dada and everyone could wiggle and giggle under the sun. And that, my friends, was the end of the story.